welcome everyone to the bi-weekly proposal review call. As I mentioned, it will probably be a pretty quick one today, just a few updates to share on some existing proposals that we've been talking about over the past few weeks. To kick us off today, we will start with an execution update on ZIP 9. Alicia, did you want to hop on and share the current status of ZIP 9?
Yep, sure. The ZIP 9 will just be ending its progress through the veto period. And the Guardians are not exercising a veto. It'll go to the Security Council later today. And the signing window will be roughly like end of day EST on Friday for the Security Council to sign. But we have also been made aware that we don't want to progress the proposal to the time lock until Meta Labs, who's the developer of this particular upgrade, is in a position to execute. So execution at the moment is planned for like Monday or Tuesday next week.
Great. Any questions on ZIP 9 execution? No. Okay. Yeah, this is I know quite a few folks were very excited to see this one pass. So yeah, we'll also be looking forward to having that finally executed. Okay, great. Then moving right along, next up we have ZIP 10, the Activate ZK Gateway as a settlement layer. Alicia, I will pass it right back to you to give an update on what's going on with ZIP 10.
Sure. So we're just waiting on the mainnet call data to be generated for this proposal to go on chain. And just based on kind of like the events of the last 10 days or 9 days, that might take some time. So I don't expect that to go on chain this week, but hopefully next week is the timeline.
Great. Okay. Any questions for Alicia on ZIP 10 gateway activation? No. All right. Then we will move on to TPP3, which is the ZIP Audit Reimbursement Program, or ZARP. I will actually also hand this one over to Alicia, just because I know she's also been involved with the Security Council, getting some things finalized before moving on chain to provide the update.
Yep, that's basically the blocker at the moment. Meta Labs is just gathering invoices to present to the Security Council to verify the costs that have already been incurred that will be allocated as part of the retroactive cap minter. And so once those, I think there are maybe, so there are 3 zips related to the retroactive cap minter that have related audit costs that will be requesting reimbursement, and there's only, I think, 1 outstanding invoice now. So I do expect that to be resolved this week and for TPP3 to go on chain early next week.
Okay, great. Any questions on the ZARP proposal? No? Okay. Well, that was our full official agenda for today. I did want to add one more comment because I had a conversation with the Ignite team earlier today. I know that they are preparing a post to share that kind of explains or outlines the next steps for formally shutting down the Ignite program, or like further next steps for formally shutting down the Ignite program. I know the kind of next post will probably focus on what will happen with the cap minters. As we know, not all of them are used, and the ones that were used, only a portion of them were minted. So that post will address like what the plan is to and how to address the cap minters for the Ignite program to have it more formally shut down. So keep an eye out on the forum for that over the coming days. I believe it should be posted either by the end of the week or early next week latest. Yeah, and I know just because folks are thinking about it, or it's on folks' minds, ongoing incident, or the incident with the airdrop distribution contracts. The report, I know, is we're in the kind of finalization stage, so hoping that will be able to be shared soon. So yeah, keep an eye out also for that, hopefully in the coming few days here.
And just so this, I know this information is like public on the blockchain, but 90% of the funds were returned by the hacker. So for folks which are following along in terms of the incident, we'll complete the investigation in terms of the compromised key and whatnot. But yeah, just stay tuned. We're coordinating with the Security Council and Matter Labs in terms of next steps now that the funds 90% have been returned.
There'll be a formal announcement, or there's a formal announcement in the works as well. But yeah, if you know how to use Etherscan, you can also go check yourself. So yeah, great news, amazing news. Yeah, any questions in regards to proposals or any other updates?
I don't know if most people saw, but I did want to share that I think it was last week, we shared an update in terms of the Minter mod research and development. There's a link on the forum with regards to that. So, one of the key things that we were thinking about in terms of cap minters is not just how do we increase flexibility, but also how we increase security. So this report here explains how we're progressing the framework internally, including minter mods that allow for rate limitation in terms of minting rights, delays so that you can have a mint request and there can be a veto council, eligibility mods so that you can be, for example, mint if you have a specific NFT. You can imagine this is like compatible and composable with like HATS protocol. And also trigger mod, which Factory Labs is working on as an outcome of the Ignite program as a public good for the community, where you can mint trigger other contracts, which, for example, would allow for like a seamless transition from like executing a mint, but also transferring those tokens to a Merkle distributor or to another contract. So you can read more about it here. The really groundbreaking idea here is that we're creating flows of minting rights. In most of crypto, people are working on flows of actual tokens. But ZK Sync, because the token assembly controls minting rights, we're developing the infrastructure to distribute and manage those minting rights themselves. So really cool stuff, very exciting. And yeah, stay tuned for more work with regards to this.
You'll never hear the end of it with us and token mechanics and minting and fun new ways to do it better. So get used to it. No, just kidding. Okay, great. Any other questions or comments to share before we close out? Okay, great. Well, thank you, folks. Again, yeah, really quick one today, but thanks for joining. And yeah, we will see you on the delegate call next week.
Thank you.
Bye, folks.